Hi, I'm Sam Smyth from Smyth Imported Car Service here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We specialize in Bentley. We're an authorized independent Bentley Motorcar workshop, only one in the world. And we specialize in Rolls-Royce as well. We're not factory authorized with them, but we are authorized with Bentley. Now, Bentley, to be clear on that, on the old vintage cars, they handle all the parts on that. So with no affiliation to the new Rolls-Royces, we're authorized with all the older vintage Rolls-Royces, but nothing to do with the new ones. However, we do work on the new ones when they're out of warranty, or do the oil changes while they're in warranty. A lot of people have us do that. They don't want to drive excessive amount of mileage to have the car looked at. They'd rather just pay us to have us do the oil change and check tire pressures and things like that. So we do that for people who desire us to do that. Here, I just wanted to run a video on a Land Rover here. A lot of people don't know, but keep this in mind for electronics, okay? For electronic oil and not having a dipstick, I'm going to show you, because it's going to be pretty much about the same. All the cars are going to require the power on and the car not running in most all cases to check the oil. So I'm just going to show you. Here's the start button, and on the you don't want your foot on the brake of any of these newer cars, or it'll start. You do want just the ignition on, and I'll show you. So you have a black dashboard, start, you hit this, and there you can see it. You'll hear the sound. You'll see the Land Rover screen come up. You'll start seeing all your images come up. There you go. See where it says press brake, tire pressure monitoring set for normal load. Okay. No, we're going to keep going here. It says press OK to clear, press brake OK to clear. So right here's the menu, and it says OK. So we're going to press this menu. Let me just do this right now. And it comes up, and it just says Land Rover. On yours, it might say Mercedes-Benz or whatever. And now we're going to press it again, and it says driver assistance. Well, there's arrows there. You don't want to keep pressing the OK. What you want to do is scroll down. I'm using the arrow here, see, and it's changing the trip computer. And then I'm going to press this button again under the menu, and it says display settings. Don't want that one either. They're going to press the button again. It says vehicle settings. Don't want that one either. And I'm going to press the button down, and it says vehicle information. That's the one I want. I want to know about. I want to know if my oil's okay. On this particular car, we just did an oil change. We want to make sure it's not underfilled or overfilled. So we're going to hit OK. And there's vehicle information still remembered from its last location. So you don't panic. You can press that if it drops off and goes away. Okay, see, it went away. Now I'm going to press the OK button again and watch. It'll appear right back there. Now I'm going to press it to get into it. Okay, now I'm into it. Now, see, it shows warning, tire information, tire pressures. When you're in here, now you know you're in here. Look, next service, oil level. And then we're going to press OK, and it should have a bar. There you go. And it adds the bar, and it shows minimum level, and it shows engine oil level. Okay. So if it was bad, it would be up in the red there. Now, here's one thing. Once the oil's changed in the car, it needs road tested and check for any leaks. And then when it comes back, you turn it off. And best thing to do is to let it sit overnight. And then these controls will read. Because sometimes they may sit, and it may take, now see, I lost it. Now I have to scroll back down to oil level. There we go. And there we are. Sometimes this may take overnight sitting and the running of the car, so many duty cycles, to get the oil in all the places where it needs to be and to show that it's level and it's not overfilled. This particular car, you looked up specifications, and it was 8.5 quarts of motor oil. So that can be found through All Data, Mitchell, all your various shop service things. Even your owner's books may show you a lot of things and give you a lot of information under specifications or fluids or things like that. on how to operate stuff. We replace the cabin air filter. It's in under the glove box. You remove the glove box door, and underneath behind it is where the cabin air filter is. Now, this is a 2017 with only, if you look, it's only 3,274 miles on this car. So this car is as new. There's cowling out here on the hood. It's plastic. It came in and went through a car wash, and it tried to peel it off. It didn't hurt anything, but these cowlings are have tape on each side and a little bit, and then they're all snapped down with probably, let's just say 40 snaps, just to be, there's a lot. There may not be 40, but that gives you a fair idea. But one of the car washes actually pulled it up, and it had it off almost. And the lady drove it right here, and we ended up taking it off, and it was off. I can't remember what the case was. We moved the snaps around, got it all snapped back down so she could drive a car till we special ordered one. And then we special ordered it, and it does come in the color of the gray for the hood. So it's not like you have to paint anything or whatnot, but it is quite expensive. It's $490 something, I think, is our cost without a markup on it. So, it's not cheap, and that's not without shipping. So, you're gonna spend some good money there. But best thing on some of these newer Land Rovers, they have problems with this, and they have problems with the door handles getting beat up and actually coming loose or destroying themselves. So, anyway, you may want to keep that in mind and try and hand wash your car. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to show everybody how you go through it to get it, but you don't have the car running, and then you can press the button again, and then it just turns everything off. Once you wait, you can get out, and then automatically it'll take a moment to shut everything down, but it will shut everything down to where when you open the door, the only thing you will see as the first thing is just the mileage only. But like I said, you come in, you hit the button just once without your foot on it, and it shows everything in regards on this Land Rover or Range Rover. Now, this is the supercharged version too. So each vehicle has its own unique characteristics and specifications. So make sure when you're doing something that they make autobiography, they make the supercharged, and they make a standard version. So when looking things up, you want to make sure you have the right car. I would refer to your if it is in a glove box, your window sticker. The VIN, however, will you can put that in online, and it will tell you what vehicle you actually have with what type of engine you have in it. At least all our management system and software stuff does, either by the license plate or the VIN, or by both. So, or either or. So, anyway, with that being said, I'm Sam Smyth from Smyth Imported Car Service. We also do cars. We specialize in all the British cars, from Austin Healey's to Aston Martins, and then we do British, German, Italian, and Spain cars, Spanish Suiza, Bugatti, Ferrari, Lamborghini. On the German cars, we like all the AMGs and the M series, and then of course, really our main specialty is gull wings. All the gull wing cars was something I grew up on and done. I think we had service about 3 or 4 a year, and that's kind of a lot. That sounds like a low number, but that's a lot because they just didn't make a lot of gull wing Mercedes back in the old days. I mean, it wasn't. It's very limited. Those cars today are in the aluminum bodies are pushing like $1.5 million or so. So they're far more expensive than any of the new stuff. As should be, all the collector and classic vintage cars are. They're not discarded as poor or bad terminology. Say a domestic car with, that's just an old car. No, our cars, European cars. I don't know too much on the foreign side. Foreign side is usually Japanese vehicles, that sort of thing. But European side, they're considered a classic, historic, vintage, that sort of thing. Investment car. They're not just labeled incorrect, what I would call incorrectly. So anyway, keep us in mind. There's a lot of things we do here, and we're eager to help people. My son has been an apprentice now. He graduated from Indian Hill. Well, no, he actually went to Indian Hill in his last 2 years, went to a private school, a prep school, Christian school, and then now he's going to UC at night part-time, and he's studying for business. In the interim time, he's down in the trenches here with his father, and he's learning how to rebuild carburetors, know whether a distributor's bad in a car, which a lot of cars are distributorless now. The newer cars aren't harder, they're actually easier. They just cover them up with a lot of plastic, and you use a lot of machinery to diagnose it. And we do have the machinery to diagnose these cars, so several different machines, and all factory level machines. So that's really good, instead of these code readers that you see at a parts store, and the guy does it in 5 minutes, and it can really screw up your engine management in your car. A lot of people don't know, like on Ferraris, you disconnect the battery on that, you can hook it up and all your lights will be off, but you've knocked out your engine management to work absolutely perfectly, and you've knocked out your transmission to shift well. Because every time a battery, you should always retain power with some source than to actually just knock a battery out. So you might want to keep that in mind for certain cars. But we do Lotus, Triumph, MG, you name it. Check our website. Whoops. It has a lot of information, a lot of cars. Like I said, our main focus is Rolls-Royce and Bentley. It always has been, always will be. In one-of-a-kind cars. People search us out all over, whether, we just get cars from around the world here in this little place. So when it comes to cars, and they're tired of all the problems and they just want to get it fixed, and they've been told by people they can fix it, and it's not a problem, and they find out, well, they've just made a mess of the thing, and or the people say, well, we just can't do it. We thought we could, but yet they actually said they could. So anyway, with that being said, I was raised starting on 1913 cars and forward. So, an old car to me is 20s, 30s, 40s, 60s was kind of a newer car. 70s was definitely a newer car, but now we're all the way up where we're authorized as an independent for Bentley, as I said. And my son just did an oil service for a ball player on a 2020 car, Bentley, and his first oil change 2 years ago was on a Lamborghini Urus, so if you know the prices of those cars and the limited availability and the type of cars they are, you can understand it. We have all the special oils. They're especially the Lambos. They have an oil called ESP, but a lot of people are still putting generation 1 and 2 in it. There's actually at generation 3, so we're putting generation 3 oil into the Lamborghinis, and so we really stay up on the technology and stuff. We're able to get stuff that through our sourcing and not stopping, where maybe even on a dealer level, the oil's sold in Europe, but it's not sold here in the States yet. Well, we're able to outsource that motor oil and get that and bring it into the States, or it may be in the States sitting in a container somewhere, and we're able to outsource that and find it and then bring it in. Of course, not cheap, but it is the correct oil that's for your Lamborghini or for your Ferrari or for your Bugatti. And these are key issues with all motor cars, not just those. But apparently some of the dealers, or one of the dealers, I'm not going to name it, they seem to think that, make sure you put ESP in it, like it's some big magical thing or something. I don't know. So that's why I'm explaining that a little bit more thorough. So anyway, come see us. Love to have you as a customer, or just come by and visit and say hello. But please call first. Don't text. Don't send us an email. We don't use any of that. Just come see us. But give us a call. Give us a call first and set up an appointment to either pick up or delivery, or to come and chat. Other than that, I'm Sam Smyth. Wish everyone all the best. Sorry this video drug on, but you got a world of knowledge going on a little bit here of what's going on, especially if you have a Land Rover. So all the best. Cheers.